So just take a moment to fully arrive in your posture and just allow yourself to sit in a way that supports you so that you can sit upright, but at the same time still with a sense of relaxation. So whatever that means for your posture right now, just take a moment to adjust it so that you can still feel relaxed while at the same time awake and alert for the practice. If it's comfortable, you can close your eyes or maybe just have your gaze down onto the floor just to help keep yourself centered in your own being internally. And just maybe take a moment to reflect what you brought with you, to maybe sense into your inner being in terms of thoughts and feelings and sensations that are swirling around inside of you at the moment. And just inviting whatever is present for you to settle a bit inside, receiving it with a kind and loving attention, sense of care. And take a moment just to feel your breath inside your body. So you might bring your attention down into your belly and just notice how the belly inflates like a balloon with each in-breath, and then gently settles back down with the out-breath. And just take a moment to observe this natural flow of the breath inside of you, feeling the sensations of breathing in your belly. Letting the belly be soft and at ease. And still keeping a soft attention on your breath in the background, just bring your awareness into your eyes and facial muscles, allowing them to soften and relax as best as possible. Feeling a sense of the muscles in the neck relaxing, the shoulders melting down and back. Having a sense of the arms and the hands resting easily on your thighs or in your lap. Your chest softening, belly already soft. And just feeling the sit bones grounding down into your mat a bit more so that the hips can relax and release, along with your legs and your feet. And just having a sense of the whole body more at ease as you're sitting here on your mat. And Rosemary has joined us, so welcome. So as we've already brought our attention into our feet, you can just bring them out in front of you a little bit and have the soles of the feet touching, and then have them quite a bit away from your body so that you have a sense that your knees are relaxing outwards. If it's too far though and you can't reach your feet, you might have to bring them in a little bit, because we're going to lace our hands around the feet, maybe not just lacing them, but just having them sort of softly touch to the outside of the feet. And then just let yourself fold forward into this posture of letting go. There might be a little bit of tension or challenge in the hips, and just let your body hang over your legs as best as you can. And just an invitation to allow yourself to really ease into this posture as best as possible. It looks perfectly relaxed, but there's probably still a little bit of a tension in the inner thighs or legs as they're being stretched. And just let your chin relax down towards your chest, your shoulders and arms resting easily. And we'll just spend a little time to fully relax the body in this posture, maybe breathing in and out of the lower back, filling that space of the kidneys like a balloon with the in-breath, And then feeling that area completely relax with the out breaths. So just give yourself over to this posture as you're breathing into it. More and more, the body can relax, the breath can deepen and soften and lengthen. And everything else you might have brought with you, like we talked about before, thoughts and feelings, see if you can just let them melt with the out breaths back into the earth, so that with each in breath you can come more and more present to your practice in this moment. And just notice where you sense any tension in the body and see if you can even soften that remaining tension that you might perceive. Just inviting the whole body to really relax and turn over to this posture. And then very gently begin to lengthen your spine again. Bring your hands to your ankles. Maybe draw your feet in a little bit to the body. Really lift your chest tall and make your eyes really big, gazing up. So it's sort of the opposite of that forward fold that we just practiced. Draw your shoulders back and down. Really finding yourself becoming more awake now in this posture. And then we're going to take our right hand and wrap it around the outside of the right foot, and then just lift that leg up into the air as best as you can, sort of into a half V. So you might want to bring it out to the side a little bit so you can get more of a stretch through the hips. And don't let yourself sort of come and round your back, but really keep your chest up as back as possible. So maybe don't stretch your leg up too high, but so that you can keep your chest lifted in this posture, and then gazing beyond that right foot, sort of sitting up tall like a warrior in this posture, gazing beyond the foot, and then filling your body with breath, with life breath. It's kind of a posture of confidence, of trust, of faith, whatever word resonates for you. Very much needed in these times that we're living through. And just a couple more breaths here. See if you can soften into your posture. And then gently bring your foot back down, having your hands rest on the outside by the ankles again, drawing the shoulders back and down. And just let yourself soften again through the eyes and facial muscles for a moment. Feeling your breath long and deep. Arriving more and more in your own body. And then we're going to take the left hand and wrap it around the outside of the left foot and then stretch that leg up, stretching it as high as you can, and just being mindful that your chest can still be lifted, maybe bringing the leg out to the side a little bit more, like into a half V. And then again, gazing beyond that left foot, sort of looking beyond the foot, sense of trust and confidence in your being. And just breathing and filling the posture with your life breath. Maybe even adding a half smile that can often help relax the nervous system when it feels a little bit challenging in the body, challenging in whatever you're doing in life, really. And yes, it's probably going to get pretty challenging. See if you can breathe into the challenge and still keep your body as soft as possible. Just a couple more breaths. If you're done, and that's just fine. Listen to your body. And then exhale, gently release out of the posture. We're going to actually stretch both legs out and maybe place the hands a little bit behind the buttocks, just shaking out the legs, shaking out the hips that we just gave a little bit of a challenge. Maybe swaying the legs from side to side, letting go of any tension that might have accumulated there. And we're going to come into a flow from here. So we're going to have the hands at the heart to begin with. And then as you inhale, bring the arms out to the side, lift them up overhead. And then we're going to come into a forward fold, but we're not going to stay there, but just come briefly into the forward fold. And then as you inhale, palms facing into towards the chest, we're going to bring the hands back up, lift the arms up on the in-breath, and then exhale, forward fold again. So it's a flow. Inhale, hands towards the heart center, reach the arms up. And then exhale, coming back into the forward fold. So it's a really nice opening and warming for the spine, for the practice. We're just going to keep flowing in this way. A few more rounds. Really using the breath with each inhale and exhale. The inhale guides us up, the arms lifting, the heart stretching open. And then as you exhale, folding forward over your head, lead over your legs, leading with the heart center. Just going to do this 2 more times until we continue the flow in another way. And then we're going to come up again on the in-breath. And this time on the exhale, we're going to sort of lean our body slightly back. The legs stay grounded. The chin comes towards the chest. So we're not going to come all the way onto the ground. On an in-breath, we're going to lift up tall again. And then exhale, let your body lean back, the chin in towards the chest, the hands sort of hovering over the legs. Inhaling back up. Exhaling, leaning back. 2 more times. Inhaling up. Exhale, lean back. Relax the chin down towards the chest. Last one. Inhaling up. Exhale, lean. And then we're going to combine these 2 flows. So we're going to inhale, breathing up tall. Exhale, coming into the forward fold. Inhaling the arms back up. And then exhale, we're going to lean back. So we're just going to flow in this way a couple more times, alternately switching between that forward fold and the leaning back after we stretch our arms up high. And then the next time you come into a forward fold, just allow the arms to come down on the outside of the lower legs. Bend your elbow as best as you can. Flex the feet in towards the body and just let your heart center relax over the thighs as best as you can. You can even round a little bit into the back now. If it somehow feels better on your back and you want to wrap your hands around your feet and get more of a stretch through the back, that's perfectly fine. Whatever works for you right now. We're just going to take a few more breaths here into this forward fold, turning our attention more inwards into the heart center. Letting your heart relax with the in-breath and the out-breath. And then on the in-breath, we're going to lift the arms up high overhead. The exhale, bring the hands back to the heart center. And then you can stretch your legs out again in front of you from here. We're going to do another deep hip opener. So we're going to bend into our right knee so that we can get a hold of the right outer, or sort of the right sole of the foot with the right hand. And then we're going to have with our left hand, I'm trying to mirror you. And then with our right hand on our right knee, we're just going to begin to make big circles with that whole leg. So really see if you can hit all the directions here. So to the front, out to the right, to the back, to the left, really widening that circle as best as you can, maybe even leaning forward a little bit and then back, really lubricating the right hip in the circling. And then we're going to go the other direction a few more rounds. And when you feel ready, you can place your right foot to the outside of the left knee. Take your hands and lace them in front of the right knee so that you can really let yourself sit up tall to begin with, flexing your left foot in towards the body. The shoulders are back, squeezing the shoulder blades together in that space in the middle behind you. And then we're going to take our right hand out in front, maybe really helping the fingertips to spread wide. And then we're going to let the eyes follow the hand as it slowly moves towards the back of you. And just really go as far as you can possibly go. So take a moment to really find your limit there. And then take that hand and just let it come down right behind your buttock. Open your right shoulder out towards the back wall, maybe turning your gaze over the right shoulder. And then holding on to your right knee with your hand that's in front, squeezing it in more towards the midline. And then really deepening into this twist with your breath. Feel your spine lengthening with the in-breaths. And feel everything sort of letting go and relaxing on the out-breath. Let your breath be naturally long and deep, really feeling this twist, filling this twist with your life breath. Hi, Ming. It's good to know you're there. You don't have to turn on your camera. I just wanted to say hi to acknowledge you're here. Couple more breath into this twist. And then we're going to stay in the twist and just take our right hand and lift it up again behind us, sort of towards the height of the shoulder. And then let your eyes follow again your hand as it slowly moves forward the way we started. And then we're just going to lace both hands together and just find our spine tall again for a moment, setting up for the next posture. So we're going to take our foot to the inside of the thigh, our right foot. And then just maybe again, just pressing the fingertips down for a moment beside you to have your spine nice and tall, the heart center lifted. And we're going to take our left hand sort of to hold on to the lower leg in front of us, just very softly. And then lifting the right arm up high, lengthening the spine again. We're going to gently start leaning over to the left side, keeping the heart center lifted, keeping both buttocks grounded. So if the right buttock lifts, you've probably gone too far. You might even want to gaze up with your eyes towards the hand that's extended up. If that's not comfortable on your leg, just maybe relax the left ear down to the left shoulder, just playing with your neck and how it feels comfortable in this posture. And then just sending some real deep and long breaths up and down the right side of the body. And you might sense again that there is some tension building in the body as you're stretching your body deeply, and just see how you can soften into that challenge, keeping the body soft and relaxed as best as possible in all the postures. One more. And then exhale, straighten your spine first, keep your arm up, and then gently relax it back down the sides, all the way down. We're going to bring our fingertips either side of the front knee of the leg that's stretched out, and just take a moment to sort of move your belly button so that it faces over the front knee of the leg that's stretched out. Take a nice deep in-breath and lengthen a little bit more. And then we're just going to move our hands slightly forward, not coming into too much of a deep stretch, but just let your chin relax all the way down towards the chest. Let your shoulders soften, your elbows soften, the heart center tending down towards the leg that's stretched out. And just coming into whatever posture here. If you're more limber, you might want to just wrap your hands around your leg, around your foot. But if you feel this is the stretch that works for you, just stay here. Just breathe into the stretch. Each in-breath, feel your heart center lifting. As you exhale, just extend the crown of your head more towards the foot that's stretched out in front of you, lengthening the spine. And then on the in-breath, walk your fingertips in towards your body, lengthen your spine again, lift your torso up. And we're going to stretch both legs out just to shake them out for a moment. Maybe swaying them from side to side. And then we're going to take a hold of our left foot with the right hand to the outside of the foot, and then with I haven't taught yoga for a while, because so it's hard for me to do the mirroring, so you have to bear with me. So we're going to take our right hand and to the outside of the left foot, and then the left hand on the knee, and then we're just going to circle around the hips, so really widening the circle all the way forward, out to the side and back. Maybe even leaning a little forward as you come forward, and stretching back as you move towards that direction. So really lubricating the hip here. And we'll go in the other direction a little bit as well. And so really doing some good for the hips today. Especially when you sit a lot, that's really important to stretch out the hips. And then when you feel done, you can place that foot to the outside of the right knee. We're going to lace our hands together again in front of the knee, and just stretching out the back, making the spine nice and tall. And then just holding on to that leg with your right hand, we're going to begin to stretch the left arm out forward, really spreading the fingers wide apart from one another, the fingertips also. And then let your gaze follow as your left arm slowly moves towards the back of you on the left side. And just finding your limited. So just keep moving your arm until you feel, okay, this is really my limit. Take a moment to get there. And when you've reached your maximum extension, your maximum stretch, you can place your hand right behind the buttock as much as possible. And then just turn your head also over your left shoulder. Maybe let your eyes close. And then the front knee can keep being squeezed in towards the midline by the hand that's holding it. And just deepen into this twist here as you breathe in, breathing your spine a little bit taller. As you exhale, squeeze your belly button in towards the spine. It's going to help you twist a little bit more. Just feeling those big breaths in your body. I'm going to do 3 more. And then after the next exhale, begin to lift your back arm up again towards the height of the shoulder. And then very slowly let your gaze follow the arm as it slowly comes back towards the front the way we started. And just placing your hands in front of the knee again, lifting your spine tall for a moment. And then we're going to take that left foot and place it to the inside of the right thigh. I'm going to hold on to the lower left leg with our right hand in front, just lightly. And then inhale your left arm up high. And then as you exhale, we're going to come over to the right side this time, coming into a side stretch. So again, if your left buttock comes off the ground, you've probably come too much into the stretch. We want to be able to stay centered into the side stretch. So keep your buttocks both grounded on your mat. And then you might look up to that arm that's extended up, or just close your eyes or relax your right ear down to the right shoulder, whatever feels best on your neck. But just noticing the heart center lifting with each in-breath. And as you exhale, slightly coming over more towards the right side into your side stretch. So with each in-breath, feeling the body expanding and opening. And as you exhale, relaxing and letting go. Two more. And then as you come on the in-breath, bring your torso back to center. Slowly release your arm back down. We've done a lot of seated posture, so let's just take a moment to fold our legs if that's comfortable. If you want to stretch them out, that's fine. But just sort of rest your hands on your knees and your thighs. If it's comfortable, close your eyes and just give your body the opportunity to integrate all these stretches that we've already practiced. Maybe feeling the aliveness in your body through our practice, any tingling or vibrating or pressure that you might perceive. And just letting it all naturally unwind organically in the body. And then when you feel ready, you can open your eyes. Again, we're going to actually come from here up to standing today. So just take your time to get there. You can't see my feet, but we're gonna just place our feet about hip width apart and just beginning here in a standing mountain pose. So the palms can be facing forward, the fingers spread wide, and then just really drawing the fingertips down alongside the side body. Maybe draw your shoulders up towards your ears for a moment, and then stretching them all the way back as if you're squeezing an orange in between your shoulder blades, and just let them relax down, pressing firmly into your feet, pressing the crown of the head slightly up. So there's this perfect unity between being grounded down into the earth and also being connected to the sky above you. So it's kind of standing halfway between the sky and the earth on your yoga mat. And just take a few breaths, really feeling your whole body be filled with breath from the soles of the feet all the way up to the crown of your head. And then we're going to bring the hands together at the heart center. I'm just going to do a couple of half sun salutations. So we're going to inhale the arms up overhead. And then as you exhale, let yourself fold forward over your legs. Release your chin all the way down. Inhale, reverse swan dive, bringing the arms out to the side, lifting all the way up. And then as you exhale, fold forward again. Inhale, reaching up high. And then exhale one more time, folding all the way forward. Inhaling up. And then as you exhale, let yourself come into a forward fold. And we're just going to stay here folded over the legs for a moment. Maybe you can feel your fingertips touching down into your mat. If you can't quite reach, you might hold on to opposite elbows, which is perfectly fine. Take a couple of breaths here into this forward fold. And then to really connect with the earth beneath you, bend heavily into your knees so that you can really press the palms of your hands down into your mat and fully connect with the mat, with the earth. Relaxing your head fully down. And then begin to slowly unbend the knees again. So it might just be your fingertips touching your mat now beneath you. And as you inhale, lift yourself all the way back up with the arms overhead. And then gently bring your hands back to the heart center. Just keeping them there for a moment, for a couple of breaths. Pressing the palms of the hands together so that they can really connect. Draw the shoulders back and down. And then on an in-breath, we're going to reach the arms up, bringing them into a V. And then keeping your arms just as they are, begin to shift your hips forward so that your heart center can really lift. You might want to lift your gaze, draw the arms back more towards the ears or even past your ears and back, and really feel that big, large opening through the whole chest area. So you can breathe your yogic breaths here, beginning at the belly on the in-breath, extending through the side body all the way up into your chest. And then as you exhale, chest, ribs, belly, feeling that opening through the arms, the chest. Taking a couple more breaths here. And then as you exhale, bring the palms of your hands together again. We come more into a flow now. So we're going to place the fingertips into the middle of the chest. And then sort of similarly, but this time in a flow on an in-breath, we're going to lift the arms up high into a V, shift the hips forward. And then as you exhale, let the outsides of the hands touch together, the fingertips pointing down, so it's at the chest area. And then inhale, lifting up again, lifting the hips forward, opening the heart. Exhale, chin towards the chest, hands together. Inhaling up, and then exhaling back towards the forward fold. So we're just going to flow like that a couple more times, really appreciating that deep opening that you can get in your chest here in this flow. Couple more. Inhaling up one last time. And then exhaling the hands back, fingertips back to the center of the heart, maybe even folding the hands over the center of the chest for a moment. Maybe you can feel your heartbeat here. And feel the aliveness in the body again, induced by the practice, by these flows. And then we're going to place the fingertips on the chest area again. As you inhale, bring your arms out wide this time, opening the hips forward. Exhale, fingertips towards the heart, sort of rounding the spine. The chin moves in towards the chest. Inhaling, opening again, and exhaling back to the starting position. So some deep chest openers today, drawing the shoulders back as the arms move out to the side, bringing the shoulder blades closer together and back, and then just rounding the spine, rounding the chin forward. And just engaging your breath in this practice, inhaling, bringing the arms out wide. Exhale, fingertips touching in towards the chest. And we're going to go out to the side one more time. And this time, stay out, palms facing down this time. And you can keep your hands and your fingers relaxed to begin with. Let your shoulders relax as best as possible. And just notice the tension building in the arms, feeling the arms heavy. And then press into your feet and really spread your fingers wide, and the fingertips, draw them out towards the sides, really bringing some tension into the body here. And then draw your palms out to the side as well, so you're adding a little bit of a stretch through the wrists. And see if you can soften into your posture with your breath now. Feeling a nice stretch, hopefully through the wrist. Keep pressing the palms away from the body. And even though it might feel tense now, can you still keep a softness through the eyes, the facial muscles, all the parts of the body that are not being stretched? And then slowly exhale. You might feel a sense of release here, or relief rather, as you're slowly relaxing the arms back down. Just feeling the sensations in the arms and fingers for a moment. There's probably a lot of aliveness there right now. And then we're going to bring the palms to face up and just have the hands hover in front of the belly button. Just take a note of this new posture you've taken. On an in-breath, we're going to lift the palms up to the height of the chest. And as you exhale, turn your palms over to face up, And lift your arms all the way up high, stretching again through the wrists. And then slowly return to the heart center. Have your palms facing up and then lowering back down towards the belly. Inhaling up to the chest, turning the palms over, stretching up. And then exhale, slowly releasing towards the heart center, turning the palms over, back to the belly. Inhaling up, exhaling towards the sky. So if you want to close your eyes here to really get a feel for the movement as you engage the breath, if that's comfortable, if not, you can keep your eyes open certainly, but just get more of a sense of this being a moving meditation. Really feeling the movement in your body, in your awareness. One more time, inhaling up and exhaling back down. Just have your palms facing forward again for a moment. Get a sense of your inner body, perhaps with the eyes closed. Finding yourself more and more at home inside of your own body, if that's possible for you. Just getting a sense that this is your home. And whatever is happening in the outside of the world, this is always a place you can return to for an inner sanctuary, for inner peace, especially in this time. And then just relax the arms. We're just going to shake out the body for a moment in any way that feels good to you. Just letting yourself bounce from the knees, relaxing out any tension that might have built up. So we'll just shake out the feet as they stay firmly grounded on the earth. Shake out the ankles, the lower legs, the knees, the upper legs, the buttocks, both sides, and the hips, belly, ribs, and chest, and back in the lower back, shaking out the lower back. There's often a lot of tension, mid back, upper back, both shoulder blades. And you might want to bring your hands forward and vigorously shaking out the hands, turning the wrists around in both directions a couple of times. And then the arms back to the side body, shaking out the lower arms, elbows, upper arms. Maybe the neck can shake from side to side, just releasing any tension, opening and closing the mouth, releasing any tension in the jaw, maybe even wiggling the nose, closing and opening the eyes, just releasing tension from there, forehead. And then just keep shaking for maybe 30 seconds for whatever feels right to you. Just really giving your body a release, a good release of any tension that might have built up there in the course of the day or the last few days, the last weeks. Just letting it all go out, releasing from the body. And then just slowly finding stillness again, coming back home into your inner sanctuary. Feeling the breath coming back to center, centering you from the inside. And there might be some tingling in the feet and the hands, some vibrating, some pressure, heat. Just noticing the aliveness in the body, how it's manifesting inside of you at this moment. And then bring your hands to your waist, your hips, and just stretch your right foot forward. You can pivot the back foot in towards the front We're going to bend into the front knee. Keep your hands at your waist and just make sure that the belly button is drawn over the front knee that's stretched out. We're going to come into one more heart opener today. So again, just beginning with the fingertips at the chest, open your arms wide again, kind of like we did before, and then really shift your hips forward. Make sure that the front knee is not going out over the ankle. But in this one, we're going to really draw the fingertips towards the back. So it gives you a little bit more of an opening at the heart center. If it's comfortable, even lifting the gaze, lifting the chin, and really appreciating this deep opening of the heart, keeping the shoulders relaxed at the same time. If you feel called, you can also lift the arms overhead, coming more into a warrior one pose. If your hands are out to the side, feel more comfortable or more easeful, just do that. Take a few more breaths here. And then we're also going to come into eagle arms. So you might want to bring the left elbow underneath the right and then lace your hands together, lifting the elbow up, gazing up if that's possible. Keep pressing firmly into both feet here. Keep yourself grounded. Yeah, you can also do that with one knee down if you prefer. Just keep breathing. A couple more breaths. Feel your strength in this posture. And then slowly come out of the pose, bring your hands back to your waist, and then step your left foot up, coming back into a mountain pose for a moment. Let your palms face forward, let the arms relax. And again, I just encourage you to sense into the aliveness inside your body, any sensations that are present there. You don't even have to give them a name, but just feel the inside of your body. Feel the breath. And then we'll bring the hands back to the waist, this time stepping the left foot forward, pivoting the back toes in towards the front, taking a moment to draw the torso over the front leg that's extended so you're facing straight forward. Bend into your knee. And then we're going to make sure again just that the knee is not going over the ankle to protect the knee. Bring your fingertips into the center of your chest. And then again, just bring those arms out to the side. Shift your hips forward and then really draw. It's kind of like flapping your hands open towards the back wall. So you're really opening the chest here. Lifting the chin if that feels comfortable. Breathing from belly all the way up into the chest on the in-breath. And then all the way back down to the belly on the out breaths. If you did that on the other side, you can lift your arms up high, more into a warrior one. Keep your shoulders relaxed down as you do so. And if it's comfortable, just bringing that half smile back onto your face. It's really a wonderful way to relax the nervous system. And then we're going to bring the left elbow underneath the right, coming into our eagle arms again, drawing the elbows up to the height of the chest. Keep bending into your front knee. Just take a few more breaths here, really appreciating the strength in your body through these deep stretches. Keep your feet pressing down firmly into the ground. 2 more. And then exhale, slowly unwind the arms, bring your hands back to your waist, step your back foot forward. And I'm going to put the camera down onto my feet for this balancing posture that we're going to practice together. But just come back into your mountain pose for a moment. Just having the palms drawn forward, relaxing the body, feeling the sensations in the body. Relaxing the arms, and then bringing your feet all the way together as best as you can. I have a bunion, so I can actually bring my feet all the way together, but just do what you can. And then this might look deceptively easy. First of all, maybe bring your hands back to your waist. That will help you with your balance. And then find a gaze point onto the ground in front of you. It'll help you with your balance. And then we're just going to move the right foot forward so that the right heel can touch the toe on the other foot. Keep your gaze down. This might just look deceptively easy. It's still a pretty good balancing pose. And just see how your feet might be swaying or moving here as you're trying to keep your balance. And just be here for a couple more breaths. Yeah, you can have your arms in whatever way that helps with your balance. And then we'll step the right foot back to come back to starting position. Just take one breath here to recenter yourself. And then this time we're going to step the left foot forward, right to face the toe on the other foot, heel pressing into the foot, just slightly touching. And then again, notice how your feet are moving to help you adjust and balance in the stance that you've taken on the earth. Maybe keep a focus on your breath that helps you release any thoughts, which are always making a balancing pose more challenging. So sort of emptying your mind as best as you can. Just a couple more breaths. And then just step both feet back together, come back into your mountain pose, and just notice again as the body naturally adjusts, finding its way back to a sense of equilibrium in the body. We're going to slowly make our way all the way onto our backs for our final postures before we come into Shavasana. So just take your time to make your way down onto your mat. And we're just actually going to bring a bend into our knees to start with and have the heels in as close to the body as possible. And then the arms can be resting alongside the side body, close in, palms facing down. We're just going to press into our feet and then lift our buttocks up so that we're sort of coming halfway up. So not all the way up, just sort of halfway up. Just noticing what that feels like as you keep your shoulders relaxed down into the earth. And then when you feel ready, you might want to lift your hips up higher, lifting the buttock high, stretching the heart center open, pressing into your feet as best as you can. And just holding this bridge pose for a couple of breaths. And just breathing into the stretch. Keeping your knees slightly together so that they're not falling out to the side. And then again, we're just going to come halfway down now. So not all the way. You might still feel some tension in your buttocks, but keep the buttocks as relaxed as you can. We're going to come up one more time in a moment, just hovering sort of halfway down. And then press into your feet more firmly again and stretch the hips all the way back up. The hips lift, the buttocks lifts, the heart lifts, the shoulder blades stay grounded into the mat, chin in towards the chest, and just breathing here. Big breaths. And breathing our 3-part yogic breaths. And then very slowly this time, we're going to sit the buttocks all the way back down. And then hug the knees into the chest and let yourself gently sway from side to side. As you come back to center, you can draw your knees all the way in towards the chest, maybe even lift your head off the ground and then aim your knees or your forehead rather for the knees, coming into a little yoga ball. Take one deep breath here. And then as you exhale, slowly release yourself all the way down into Shavasana, into our final resting pose. If you need to keep your knees bent, that's perfectly fine. Whatever works for you, to just come into a posture of deep relaxation for this last part of the class. Kind of like really the most important part of the practice is to help us integrate all the stretches and flows that we have practiced today. So just take a moment to fully land on the earth here, feeling your whole entire back body melting down into the earth. Feeling all the parts of your body that are connected with the earth. And just inviting the whole body to deeply relax, to absorb all the benefits of this practice. Let your mind rest in your heart. Let your breath flow naturally. And just enjoying a couple of minutes of peace at the end of the practice. Just take a moment to notice the whole body again in this posture of relaxation before you begin to lengthening your breath again, helping the body to awaken for the rest of the day. Feeling the life force, the aliveness again in your whole body, just by engaging the breath. And then just take a moment to hug your knees into your chest from here and rock from side to side. Nice lower back massage. You're going to bring the feet together and the hands and rubbing them together to bring some energy and warmth back into the body. And then let yourself come over to one side into a fetal position, maybe making a cushion for yourself for the head with one arm, resting the other hand in front of the body on the ground. And then slowly press yourselves up to a seated posture the way we started. Bring your hands together into your heart center and just acknowledging this time of practice that we have shared together in community. And just hoping that this practice has given you strength for this upcoming time. I was thinking especially of the election. May there be a peaceful and favorable outcome. And yeah, I'm just wishing all of us well to be safe, to be healthy, to be at ease as best as possible. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. Thank you for your practice today.